Hey everyone, and welcome back to Tech Girl Brianna. My name is Brianna and I make videos every Tuesdays, anything related to technology. Thumbs up and subscribe, and let's get started with the video. Today's video, I am partnering up with HostJane.com. HostJane.com believes in an open internet. It's key to most companies' business model. So today I'm talking about a very important issue for the future of the internet, and that is net neutrality. So you've probably seen it blown up all over social media, such as Reddit, Facebook, Twitter, especially Reddit, that people are trying to raise awareness for this ongoing issue that's currently happening and it will affect you, called net neutrality. So what is net neutrality, you ask? Net neutrality is internet providers such as Comcast and Verizon that have the power to control and see what you do online. It's basically like the First Amendment of the internet. So basically what is happening is that these scumbag companies want to control how fast your internet is depending how much you're willing to pay. So essentially, it's kind of like when you are driving down a highway and you can go in a fast lane and pay more money, or you're stuck with everybody else in the regular lanes and you're getting nowhere very slowly, right? That's essentially what is going to be happening to all your favorite websites that you are using. So unless you're willing to pay more, you're stuck with a really crappy internet connection. So originally there were these net neutrality rules that were put in place, but now these companies want to remove them. So what these rules are is they stop from other companies throttling, blocking, and paid prioritization such as fast lanes, and then there are slow lanes for everyone else. The government thinks that they open it up to a free market, that everybody else decides what is okay and what is not. So for example, let's say Verizon decides, hey, I'm gonna block YouTube from all of our devices. The government thinks that me as a consumer will decide, okay, I'm not gonna give my money to Verizon anymore, I'm just gonna go somewhere else, like to at&t or Comcast or something. But currently, that is actually illegal. All companies need to treat all traffic as fair and not do things like block YouTube or block a certain service. But unfortunately, if we remove these net neutrality laws, it is actually not better for the consumers. It actually makes things worse for us because basically those companies such as Verizon, Comcast, at&t, etc., they now all have the power to charge you if you want to reach certain websites. Basically, the fear here is that internet service providers will create an imbalance of power. So let's say you signed up your internet through Comcast, right? But they decide that, hey, if you want to access Netflix, you have to pay them a lot more money on top of their services that they already have, just to get the speeds that you are getting right now. But if you don't pay that extra amount of money, then they will just put you in the slow lane. So then let's say that Comcast decides, oh, they're gonna make their own version of Netflix, like their own instant streaming service. And because it's a product of Comcast, of course they'll let all their customers get there for the fastest speed. Now, does this seem fair to you? Doesn't seem like it to me, because this just creates a anti-competitive business, and it ends up being worse for you as a consumer. Okay, so Comcast is a big company. They can definitely afford for this new service, but what if a new startup comes around with a great, brilliant idea? They can't afford to pay these kind of rates, and they can't compete. So ultimately, they'll never have a chance of being successful because we're giving the big guys such as Comcast, Verizon, and all those other ISPs the unfair advantage. Congress is going to make a vote on December 14th to pass a legislation which basically means they have the option to charge extra fees, throttling, and bad censorship. So this is what you can do about this. So I put a link here also that you can click on in the description down below, which basically means if you click on it, you can find out who your local congressman is, call them, and you'll even have a script to say what you need to say to not get this law passed. Don't want to call them? Fine, send them an email. There have been nearly 1 million calls about this already. The more, the better. So stand up for this issue now. Earlier this month, on December 7th, there were protests all over Verizon stores in the continental US. This is a serious issue and we need to take action now. This doesn't just affect Americans, it affects people all around the world, because it sets a precedent for other countries. And most of us all use programs that are based out of the US, so if they're being affected, it'll be effective for you as well, even if you're not in the US. What do you think, guys? Please make sure to like and subscribe to see more videos from me. I have some other videos that I think you will like to watch, so make sure you stay tuned towards the end. Tune back for next Tuesday for another video, but until then, follow me on Instagram, TechGirlBrianna, to see more awesome, cool behind the scenes, just little snippets of my life. See you in my next video. Okay, bye!